Some good tag team action here, guys. And, you know, you see Michael Grayson, one half of Books and Looks out there. Rodney Matthews, his regular tag team partner, not able to compete tonight due to an injury. Instead, teams with Bjorg Haaken, who I'm seeing live and in person for the first time. And right off the bat, I'm going to say, as a huge God of War fan, I'm digging his look. I'm really digging his look, guys.
Kratos personified here, and if you watch him, you're going to see a lot of that power, a lot of that intensity right here in this ring. Bjorg Haaken filling in as a last-minute replacement because Books and Looks, well, half of them, Looks, got injured just yesterday, but more than welcome addition here to the, what do you call them, Ash?
I am going to call this tag team Books and Bjorg.
I like it.
We have...
Sounds like the Swedish Chef.
I love you, Swedish Chef. We have Bjorg Haaken here making a tag here.
He wants a tag.
He wants a tag.
Oh, that was sort of tentative, though. I don't know. A little bit miscommunication when you have people that are not regular tag team partners go in there like that.
Even though Miley, the manager for Books and Looks...
No, not manager. I wouldn't call her manager. Equal third part, for sure.
The equal third part of Books and Looks, Dr. Bob Miley, what we have covered here for Books and Looks, Miley made a special call over to Bjorg Haaken and said, look, we have an injury here in our team, and we know we're all about the Books, but you're all about the Bjorg. You're all about the muscle. We could really use you tonight at Seaway Valley Wrestling Awakening.
Miley here tonight as well in the singles competition, highly anticipated one. Cross body, hits it down, hooks the line, goes for a 3. Not enough. And what a feather in the cap that would be for Michael Grayson to win against the Bay City Choir Boys, who they faced in the past, but with a different partner. It's going to be an uphill battle, though. Adam B., you called hundreds, I think, at this point, Bay City Choir Boy matches. And the thing that stands out about them to me is that they're always on the same page. They can talk to each other almost without words. They know what each other's thinking, the sort of connection that brothers have here.
Yeah, especially, too, you know, looking at the Bjorg-Grayson corner, Grayson looks a bit intimidated to be paired up. I mean, like...
Yeah, he doesn't know what to think.
Grayson realizing, you know, the show must go on, but, you know, still not able to really get on the same page, I find, with Haaken as of yet.
Oh, elevated here. Wheelbarrow is going to come down to a stomp or an elbow, perhaps. Is it going to fly? Oh, and a wheelbarrow into a stomp right across the lower back. That hurts.
Oh, Dr. Bob, they said the enemy of my enemy is my friend, but when you have brothers like Judas Dredd and Seth Cassidy, the enemy of my enemy is my brother. Judas Dredd and Seth making quick work of Bjorg Haaken.
I'm getting confused with the algebra there a little bit, but yeah, I agree with the sentiment.
E equals MC squared. That's all you need to know. Dr. Bob and I'm Doctor. It's Adam B with the slouch degree here in the corner. Seth Cassidy giving it to Bjorg Haaken with a quick tag here to his brother, Judas Dredd.
And you wouldn't anticipate it, folks, but Judas Dredd had a little bit more of the flyer of the two of the brothers. They both pack a wallop, both great tag team wrestlers. Judas Dredd, of course, with a lot more experience. He's got at least a decade on his brother.
Grayson tagged back in and like, look at
a little bit disgusted. Get back in the ring, he says.
But you know, guys, I've said it time and time again. I've seen weirder tag teams make it work.
Well, we have Bjorg Haaken and we have Books and Looks. Books and Bjorg. Unfortunately, the Bay City Choir Boys making quick work. Stalling suplex in the middle here, and Bjorg Haaken.
That's not over yet.
But I don't know, Dr. Bob, we're almost over. We have a 2 count here from Seth Cassidy.
And all of you guys noticed it or not, but Bjorg making no effort to try and get in there and save Grayson, but makes the tag.
Bjorg tagging himself in here with Michael Grayson on the shoulders, taking him off of Seth Cassidy. And Bjorg telling Michael Grayson to get out of the ring. Bjorg a little bit more dressed for wrestling tonight. Michael Grayson looking like he's about ready to go to the ring that I'm going to come to. But this team looking to make splashes against BCCB.
I mean, you saw it too, you know, Seth Cassidy was chop blocked, came crashing down to the knee with the weight of Grayson on his shoulder. You got to wonder, is that going to be a detriment now to the Bay City Choir Boys?
And the thing that we haven't mentioned here at commentary too is Michael Grayson as close as a brother to his tag team partner, Roddy Matthews. Yeah, you don't have your regular tag team partner, but in the back of your mind, you also must be worrying about his health, about that injury, about all the doctor's visits and hospital stays that he's had so far. That's got to be eating away at you emotionally here.
Judas with some colorful language for Haaken.
I think it was in French, though? We're okay here.
No, it was clear anglais, Dr. Bob. Powered up. Let's see how they do together with this double team maneuver. They
unceremoniously drop. Triple legs.
Guys, like I said, I've seen weirder teams make it work. I mean, this reminds me of the good old-fashioned WCW Battle Bowls, and like, I'm all for this. I'm all for this. It's not Bill Kazmaier and Jushin Liger, but I'll take it.
Damn it, I was gonna say. I'm just trying to remember Kazmaier's name for a second. You beat me to the punch.
Why do the two of you always have to steal the greatest references? Ash out here trying to look like the G-O-N-T and Ashley and Bob pulling out the old school references while we have
big Ole Anderson fans over on this side of the table. That's it.
One half of Brooks and Bjorg giving it to Seth Cassidy.
His name is Michael Grayson. Come on.
I know it's Michael Grayson. I'm trying to plug the team name of Brooks and Bjorg, double B. We have the Brute from Belgium, Bjorg Haaken, and we have
Grayson off. Todd Saunders, the speed. Whoa!
Bjorg with the spinning clothesline there. This mass of a man taking out Seth Cassidy. It is not often that one sees men as big as the Bay City Choir Boys here at Seaway Valley Wrestling.
Oh, and the wrist tape's going flying.
I was about to say, like, I swear I've seen lots of things flying back and forth in this match. Michael Grayson.
It's like Pepper Herring plays back in elementary school.
I'm this close to finally hitting Madame Sege in the face, and it's just not happening because these massive men in the ring.
I mean, you know.
I got detention for that.
It's got to be, like I said, the paper airplane. It's got to be poetic, like the bookie nerd of Michael Grayson. You know, finally giving it back at the bullying metalheads. But you know, let's like not open some traumatic wounds from our childhood.
Well, I mean, I don't know if the metalheads were necessarily the bullies. I think they were getting bullied.
I knew some jerk when I was a kid, man.
Atomic drop.
I gotta say though, I mean, here comes Grayson. I gotta say, Ash, you're very familiar with Bjorg. My first time seeing him live, and I'm impressed. I'm impressed by him.
Not only is Bjorg bald and beautiful, he is a brute. Yes, I understand, Dr. Bob. Adam B, I will go to my room for this one.
No, that's fine. You can have your preference. That's okay.
Ash's preference is big, balded men in wrestling, as we have a tag here from Bjorg to Grayson, Books and Bjorg.
I like Grayson's hair. It looks okay.
Grayson's hair looks amazing. If I was any...
I used to have a little bit of the yellow tips too. I remember.
This audience would be absolutely jealous to see the hair of Grayson. Most of these men in the audience wearing a hat to cover their...
Oh, no. Whoa. We love you, Cornwall. We love you, Cornwall.
We love you so much.
2/3 of us love you.
Love your...
Bjorg Haaken go for perhaps a pile driver or a power bomb here.
Yes,
trying to win back.
Back to the match.
Trying to win back Cornwall here.
Cassidy switches.
I got some t-shirts to sell, baby.
He's gonna...
Up top, Lucha arm drag.
Goes Lucha.
Oh, DDT, beautifully done. Wasn't expecting that one out of Seth.
Desperation out of the younger Cassidy, but it paid off for him. And correction, guys, I mean, okay, there was some jerk metalheads back in my school, but most of the jerks were the punkers. But anyway, I don't want to... Okay, I'm not crying, you're crying, okay?
Adam B, okay. We all know that the popular kids were Abercrombie. The punks went in the mosh pit. And at Murphy's Inn in Cornwall, Ontario, here, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God, never thought that place would ever be mentioned again. Anyway, nonetheless, tag from Michael Grayson.
Cornwall, the Bay City Choir Boys would absolutely take it to Books and Looks and Books and Bjorg in a mosh pit at Murphy's Inn. We have Judas Jet Cassidy, the dominator, the extremist, the bigger of the two of Bay City Choir Boys, absolutely decimating Books and Bjorg here. And Bjorg Haaken, not a small man. Judas Jet Cassidy with the intensity. The pin cover here, 1, 2. And Books and Looks, Michael just pulling out at the last minute. That sweater vest is deceiving. He is absolutely a professional wrestler here in the center of the ring, even though it's pink and purple and beautiful. Still kicking out at the last second with the Bay City Choir Boys calling for the end here for Books and Bjorg, this brand new tag team at Seaway Valley, the Awakening.
And as you were saying, Dr. Bob, Judd Cassidy, the more high-flying of the two, but Bjorg there to make the save.
Bjorg Haaken, superior ring awareness here, making sure, even though he has not been in this predicament before in this tag team, that he is able to capitalize, pulling his partner to the side to make the tag. Judas Judd up on the shoulders, planted by Bjorg Haaken, the power of the Belgian beast here at Seaway Valley Wrestling. We have a spear there by Seth
not in any position whatsoever to make the cover. Taking some time to recover. Clear the cobwebs, trying to work out a game plan as Bjorg charges in. A big uppercut for the big guy, the big Belgian.
As we see the two big men in this match in the center of the ring on the turnbuckle, ready to attack.
Hi, Bob.
And has the song almost ended here for the choir boys? Or do they have what it takes to get into second gear? Judas Chuck Cassidy has always fought the odds. And right now, he looks like he's gonna crucifix bomb. Oh no, not enough.
That's a big man to lift like that. No surprise there that he lost control.
Well, they're going for the double team maneuver.
Oh, they planned Haaken.
As Nation Power Slam suplex.
Sealed and delivered for the Basically Choir boys.